use it every day, but they know that they have a choice, and that's what we're in the business of doing. It's not really about providing bus service and train service and paratransit service. It's really about providing choices. But to provide choices that work for people, we have to provide a suite, a system of choices. Travel needs are very complex. Everybody has unique travel. That's why the car is so darn convenient, because it does everything you want it to do, right? Well, that's really tough to achieve with public transportation unless you have a diverse system of services. That's what we try to provide. So, and the reason why it's so challenging is because there's lots of different kinds of trips. How many of you commute to a job 5 times a week and back? Most of you, right? Well, there's a tendency in when we talk about commuting and talk about transportation to focus on the commute back and forth to work, because that's the low-hanging fruit. But actually, commutes only make up about, in most cases, less than a quarter of the trips. You took a trip here tonight. That's a different kind of trip. At lunch, you may go to lunch. On the weekends, you may go somewhere else. You may go to the airports. All those different kinds of trips. Commuting is like less than 1 in 4 of the trips you make. So we have to provide different kinds of services to meet different kinds of needs. And the choices that we provide now, Metro Express, this is an express commute service from the outlying areas using buses mostly on highways. Metro Rideshare is a shared ride, a van pool service that we operate. Metro Rail, which is a commuter rail type service, which again was effectively designed to bring in people from the outlying areas to the employment centers in the core. And it does that well. It doesn't do a lot of other things very, very well because it was designed to do that commuting function, but there's other ways to use it. Metro Bus is our largest system by far, over 80 routes, 400 buses. But even within Metro Bus, there's several different kinds of bus services to meet different kinds of travel needs. There's flyer services, there's limited service, there's special service routes, there's regular Metro Bus. A new choice that I'll talk about today is Metro Rapid. So we're diversifying our suite and our system of choices to try to meet your needs. So that's what we provide today, but we know we need to do a lot more. We have a lot of catching up to do to meet yours and the rest of the region's travel needs. So we are executing a plan that was developed a couple of years ago. You got to start with a good plan, a good design, to really transform the way you do business. How many of you have only lived in Austin for, I don't know, less than 6 or 7 years? So about half of you. That's awesome for me, because you probably don't have the baggage with Capital Metro that most people do. I started at Capital Metro 6 years ago precisely because I grew up here. I've lived here my whole life. You see this, what the city's becoming. It will not survive unless we have a high-functioning, robust transportation system, including a strong transit system. And I wanted to be part of the team that turned this agency, which has quite frankly had a lot of challenges over its history, a lot of problems. It needed to be turned around. And I'm here to tell you that, and I'm not just saying this, it's not BS, it is completely transformed from where it was when I got there 6 years ago. Completely new leadership, completely new philosophy, new way of doing business. We are accountable, we're transparent, and we're ready to do the things that this community needs us to do. But we had to start with a plan. Four general facets of the plan: provide a great customer experience. We know that if we treat our riders well, they'll continue to ride, and that will attract a lot of new riders. We had to get our own house in order. We had to improve the way quite frankly, they didn't do business very well. We weren't very efficient, weren't very accountable, and we needed to start doing that, and we have. We had to demonstrate transit's value to the community. How many of you came from a community where you had a pretty strong, effective transit service, right? Okay. And keep your hands up. Okay. The people who have their hands up, leave your hands up if you use Capital Metro regularly now, right? Most of you didn't, right? We have a lot of catching up to do. But the challenge is for you new people, you know what transit can do. You can put your hand down there.
Thank you.
You know what transit can do, right? Folks like me who grew up here, who maybe haven't traveled, they don't know what transit can do. They don't know what transit needs to be for a community. So honestly, we have to teach all these Texans on their trucks that transit does have value. And part of my job is to go out and, I'm out in Sun City and Georgetown while people are gumming their food, telling them about why transit is important and why you have to invest in it. So, that's my job. I have a fun job. So we have to do that. And then we need to take a leadership role. Capital Metro needs to be the leader in providing multimodal transportation choices in this region. And we'll talk about how we're doing that. So those are the 3 things we've done, and we've made a lot of progress in the last 2 years. We had a website that, quite frankly, was about 5 generations behind the times. We vastly upgraded that and laid the foundation for some new things we want to do on the web. We know that the number one question, when people go to a bus stop, the number one question they have is, when's the next bus coming? Right? People don't carry around timetables with them. So what we did was, last year, we put a unique stop ID at every single stop, and 3,000 of them in our system. Now, through a text-based service, you can just text this number, 504, to this phone number, and it will text you back within a few seconds, when's the next bus coming. You can also plan your trips that way. You can scan this QR code, and it will send you to a microsite where it tells you when the next buses are coming. You can do a trip plan from there. We've upgraded we have a lot of folks who are using bikes plus transit, so we've launched some new secure bike facilities throughout our system where it's card key, 24-hour surveillance, completely secure, bicycle maintenance facility inside. It's fantastic. We're doing all these things. We've piloted a mobile app during F1 with mobile payments that you just flash the operator the screen and you can get on board. We're going to do another demonstration during South by Southwest this year. And get some user feedback, and then release a full-fledged mobile app for Capital Metro. And we've laid the groundwork for the future. Very soon we're going to have automatic vehicle locating technology, basically GPSs on all the bus, where you'll be able to pull up at your stop or just on the phone, where's my bus? Or where's my train? When's the next time it's going to come here? Where is it on the line? All of that will be delivered directly to the customer. It's all part of improving the customer experience. And there's a number of different things we've done, but those are some examples. Again, improving our business practices. Quite frankly, for many years, people just didn't know what the hell does Capital Metro do with all its money? Well, and I think that was very valid criticism. But now, again, thanks to our leadership, we've raised the bar, and we are probably the most transparent organization fiscally in the state of Texas. Actually, these folks here, that's our CEO and our board chair, Councilmember Martinez, we've won the Comptroller's Gold Circle Award for Transparency 3 years in a row. We're the only transit agency. We're the first transit agency to win, and we're the only one that's won in 3 years. Now, if I were here, at this meeting, and I were to buy everybody around with my purchase card, it shows up on the web tomorrow. So I'm not buying it. So anyway, we have board policies that we did. We charge a fare. We collect millions of dollars in fares, but we have no policy saying what should our fare be. What are we trying to accomplish with our fare? Is our fare at the right level? All those kinds of business practices that, quite frankly, aren't sexy to people who use transit. It's policy stuff. It's boring stuff. But we needed to put in place so that we could deliver the things that you need us to deliver for the future. The third thing, regional leadership and connectivity. We know we need to get so many people. How many of you live in Central Austin? Just a few, right? Everybody else kind of lives either in this area. I know there's a guy who's building a house in Crystal Falls over here. How many of you live like in Leander or Round Rock or Bermuda or Kyle, somewhere outside of Central Austin? Dripping Springs, okay, yeah, exactly. So we need to get outside of Austin. We need to be connecting the region, not just the core of Austin. And so we opened a new facility out in Manor to serve those passengers. We have standing room only on our express bus in from Manor, and we know we need to do more, so we built some facilities there, and I'll talk more about what we're doing. Demonstrating transit's value. How many of you ever use the airport flyer, the Metro airport bus? The best deal. Again, that's another one. Don't try to ride it during South by Southwest because everybody's figured this out. $1, 25 minutes back and forth from downtown to the airport. That thing is full. But we've operated service to the airport for many years, but it wasn't terribly effective. Again, this is not very sexy, but we realigned the route, we upgraded the frequency, and we've seen ridership more than double. Actually, these are old numbers, more than double. We're demonstrating transit's value every day. So, and we've had results. As I mentioned, ridership has actually more than tripled on Metro Rail. Our Metro bus ridership is up ridiculously high. We're like almost 1.5 million more trips this year than last year. So we're doing well, and our customers love us. So the work that we're doing to make progress at our agency is paying off. But we know it's not nearly enough. We need to do more. So we're real excited to be launching a brand new service, a premium, high-capacity transit service for Central Texas that we call Metro App. And I have a quick little teaser video for you.
Austin is growing fast. You've got South Congress, South Lamar, concerts downtown, food trucks everywhere, the Triangle, the Domain, there's even a Chinatown. There's more of everything. Food, music, traffic. This is Austin. It's where we work, live, learn, hike, bike, and play. And soon, it'll all be connected, getting us there faster than ever.
So we are launching a new service called Metro Rapid. Metro Rapid, again, is a premium high-capacity service. Where it will go, it will serve two of the densest corridors in our region. It will start here at the Domain, go south down Burning Road, hit all the pubs, that are on Burning Road, come through the North University, through the University, past the Capitol, through downtown, and then out South Lamar to the Alamo and all that, all the way down to Westgate where the Central Market is, right? Then we have another one that's starting at Tech Ridge at Howard and 35, going all the way down Lamar and hitting Chinatown,